This video shows how to attach your fencing when you are not using any top support wire or top rail on the fence. Such fences typically use polypropylene rather than stronger materials like metal hexagrid or welded wire fencing, and they are generally intended to contain dogs that will be accompanied by their owners when outdoors or that are not hell-bent on escape. To install this fencing, you will need a roll of poly fencing, a wire cutter, strong Ziploc ties, a rubber mallet or a hammer, and stakes for securing the fencing to the ground. Now roll your fencing down the run. We'll make this run just 2 posts long, but it can go the full distance between 2 corners, an end, or a gate. When you get to the end of your run, weigh the fencing down with stones or bricks so it won't roll up again. At the end of your run, cut the fencing to an appropriate length. Like the tailor of Gloucester, don't pinch pennies. Leave about 6 inches of extra fencing material at both ends so that you're sure to have plenty. Go up to one of your anchor posts. Raise the fencing to the top of the post and secure it to the brace band at the top of the post with a Ziploc tie. This will keep your fencing from sliding down the post. Now go to the bottom of the post and stake the fencing down with a ground stake. The fencing should be taut up and down the post. If you're using a hammer in hard or rocky ground, tap the stake in gently. It's plenty strong, but if you hammer too hard, the top can bend. Reinforce the tautness of the fencing up and down the post by adding a zip tie at the bottom. Bend the tie against the post with one hand, bring it through the mesh with the other, and push the 2 ends of the tie together. For 3-handed people, it's really easy. Add more ties at roughly 1-foot intervals to keep the fencing nice and flat against the post. Then go down to the next post, pull the fencing reasonably taut, and repeat the whole procedure to create a rectangle of reasonably taut fencing. If there are more posts in your run, repeat between the 2nd and 3rd posts, the 3rd and 4th posts, and so on. At some point, cut the ends off the zip ties to improve the appearance of the fence. If you like, imagine you're a chef cutting the ends off green beans. And of course, trim off the excess fencing at both ends of the run. Cut away enough so that the fence looks good, but leave enough so that your cutting doesn't create any weakness in the fence. Make sure the fencing is touching the ground all along the run. If it's not, lower any appropriate brace bands and pull the fencing down until it touches all along the line. Then tap in ground stakes every 2 to 3 feet to secure the fence bottom. Repeat this full procedure, all the way from hanging the fencing to inserting ground stakes, for every run along your fence until you come back to the beginning. When you're done, your fence, minus the furniture and gate, should look like this. This completes installation of the main part of your McGregor fence. To install a gate, see video 7. Should your pet be determined to dig under the fence, you can counter that with more ground stakes or with one of our digging barriers. The barriers are so easy to install that no videos are needed. So if you don't need to install a gate, you're done. Thank you for viewing our videos.